To find a wife for her father, the richest man's daughter pretended to have an asthma attack in the park every day. She kept this up for 365 days. One day, a homeless woman passing by saw the girl collapsed on the ground in need of help. The woman hurriedly picked up the asthma inhaler and gave it to the girl. To repay the woman for saving her life, the girl gave her the father's contact information. She also arranged for them to meet the next day. The father, wanting to test the woman's character, decided to hide his identity as a chairman. He disguised himself as an air conditioner repairman and went to the meeting place. He lied, saying he earned $3,000 a month and only owned an 80 square meter old apartment. The woman wasn't bothered by this because she was just a street vendor selling lunchboxes. Now that her son was married with children, she only wanted to find an ordinary person to live a simple life. To further test the woman, the chairman deliberately said that they were not well matched and suggested they part ways after the meal. The woman looked at the menu and saw that the food was too expensive, so she didn't want him to spend too much money. She invited him to her food stall instead, where she personally made him a lunchbox. Seeing that his clothes were a bit worn, she even offered to sew them for him. These actions touched the chairman, convincing him that she was the ideal wife he had been looking for. Eventually, the two of them went to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get a marriage certificate. The chairman returned home and showed the marriage certificate to his daughter. The daughter suddenly realized the woman's name sounded very familiar, not knowing that the woman was actually her biological mother, who had been lost. To continue hiding his identity, the chairman had his assistant purchase an 80 square meter old apartment. He lied to the woman, saying that the apartment was lent to him by an old comrade. Coincidentally, the woman's son also lived in the same community. As soon as they entered the apartment and put down their luggage, the chairman saw a missing person flyer in the woman's bag and learned that she had lost a daughter years ago. To help the woman find her daughter, he had his assistant print 100,000 copies of the missing person flyer while the woman went out to buy groceries. The woman bought an extra can of formula and brought it to her son's house for her grandson. Her daughter-in-law, seeing that it was domestic formula, became very angry. She said her son only drinks high-end imported formula and scolded her mother-in-law, telling her not to bring anything anymore. At that moment, the daughter-in-law's mother took out an invitation and invited the mother-in-law to her grandson's first birthday party the next day. The woman was excited to receive the invitation and left. She didn't understand why her mother would invite her mother-in-law to the party. She said that the mother-in-law was so poor that she couldn't afford an expensive gift. In fact, her mother wanted to show off her wealth at the party the next day and make the mother-in-law realize her place, so she wouldn't bother them again. Meanwhile, the woman wanted to buy a gold locket as a birthday gift for her grandson. However, because she was poorly dressed, the sales clerk at the gold shop looked down on her. The clerk said that the current gold price was $1,000 per gram and that poor people like them didn't belong there. Hearing this, the chairman angrily took out his wallet and showed the clerk his Centurion black card. The clerk was instantly stunned because only those with more than $100 million in assets could own a black card. The woman was curious about how an air conditioner repairman could have a black card. When the clerk heard that he was a repairman, her attitude immediately changed, and she suspected he was pretending the black card was a Centurion black card. She loudly ordered them to leave the store. At that moment, the store manager suddenly walked in. The manager recognized the man as the chairman of the corporation but didn't reveal his identity on the spot. He quickly apologized.